Hey, Rower Sportsman's Club. This is Eric, and I'm here to give you an update tonight regarding the Illinois semi-auto and magazine ban in Illinois. Just maybe 2 hours ago, hour and a half, 2 hours ago, the Illinois Senate passed Amendment 3 of House Bill 5471. This is the third bill number that this legislation has had, as they've struggled to actually get a bill that had enough readings and a sponsor who was willing to let that bill go so that they could gut and replace with their terrible unconstitutional ban. There was actually fairly limited debate on the Senate floor. I think we had maybe two Democratic senators speaking on behalf of the bill, maybe three Republicans who were asking questions and challenging the bill, and really was kind of a disappointing outcome, obviously. But I'm going to put up here the bill for you real quick. All right. So here's your status of your full bill. By the time you get done to it, it's somewhere, I don't know, 110, 120 pages. About the last 40 of it really are the substantive parts. And what I can tell you is that, right, obviously it's been a heck of a couple of weeks here with us trying to stay on top of what's going on. Todd's doing a yeoman's job of tracking all the changes and writing briefs. We're getting our attorneys finalized. We've had several meetings with that. And I'm also happy to report that we're about to be finalized on getting a 501c3 set up, which will actually be a separate entity from Aurora Sportsman's Club, but will be a place where hopefully once we get approved by the government, all those tax deductions will be all those donations will be tax deductible. We are going to fight this every step of the way. And we're not going to take any prisoners. As long as we've got $1 in our pocket and a breath in our lungs, we're gonna make a go of this thing. So the other thing I wanted to pop up here is the results of the vote. So here is the vote in the Senate. It was 34 yeas, 20 nays. And it was not strictly on a party line vote. There were some D's who voted against it, and there were some Republicans who voted for it. So take a close look at this list. If you don't know who your senator is, go out, look them up. You can do that right here, elections.illinois.gov. You put in your address. This happens to be my state senator out of Crest Hill there. And if I scroll over then to the bill, I got too much going on here. Here we go. You can see that he was a no vote, so that's great. But obviously we lost in the end. So reach out to your senators if they supported this and thank them. If they opposed it, tell them that you're going to fight it with everything that you've got, and you're going to support their opponent in the next election. It's really the only tools that we have available to us other than lawsuits. I'm happy to report that the contributions continue to come in, but I'm just telling you guys, it's never going to be enough, and I feel really bad about it. I don't like being this guy, but you're going to keep hearing me ask, because this is going to be an expensive deal. All right, we're going to be in for $250,000 at a minimum to get this going. We have partnered with the FFLIL organization to help each other and protect our mutual interests. Dan Eldridge is the president of that organization. He's a great guy, and really they're going to have so far been really great partners for us. We're just kind of getting all the legal stuff worked out with them on that. If you know someone who has some deep pockets or who's really a big 2A amendment, they're looking to make a sizable donation, please get them in contact me, and we'll make sure we get them pointed in the right direction to make sure that money gets used as best as possible. Tell everybody you know, hit up your friends. It's going to be a long fight, right? This is not one that's going to probably just take a month or two. We're going to be in this for a year or two, and it's going to take us all to stick together and stay strong and fight this thing through to the very end. I'm going to play now a little bit of an audio clip for you. This is from the Senate floor when Senate President Harmon was being asked about the bill. This is what he said.
This is an effort. It will not solve the problem. We don't pretend that it will, but it is an additional tool to curb the flow of firearms into our communities.
Right? So they passed a bill that they say they know is not going to solve their problem. Right? That sounds like a really illogical thing. It's going to help to curb, because I know all of you guys are out there buying guns and shooting up your neighborhood. So this will help really keep you in check. You should be outraged as I am. I've spent my life in public service. I've got 31 years in the public school systems, and now I'm a felon because of things that I've got that I've owned for a very long time that have never hurt anyone. We should have moral outrage as well as constitutional outrage. Our founding fathers did not intend for this to happen, no matter what anybody tells you. Don't listen. Go out, read the documents, read their letters to each other, study the history, right? This idea that this is not an unlimited right is completely false. Private citizens owned warships, they owned cannons, they owned full auto machine guns up until the 1934 law that started to regulate all this stuff, and it was never intended to be this way. We've got to take it back. This is the first step in that fight. We're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until we get back to where we belong. So what are the next steps on this? We fully expect the House to vote on this at some point during the day tomorrow. They really don't have a lot of time to put in any amendments, because then it would have to go back to the Senate again. So they're probably just going to take it as it sits, and then I would imagine that the governor is going to sign it by the end of the month. Exactly when? Really, they've got some time, but I would anticipate that they're going to act pretty quickly on it. We need your support. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to Freedom Steel. I'll put that link down below. Todd's been putting out regular updates, guys. God bless, and stay strong.